charge for the audit, which arises question about complicit in the crime. Even they never verifies the forged statements with bank and debtors. The PwCs totally fail in due diligence of their duties. Whenever Satyam needed more to meet analyst expectation, it creates precipitous sources, and it did so numerous times without the auditor ever discovering the fraud. PwC audited the accounts of Satyam fraud from June 2000 to until the discover of financial scam, almost 9 years. Finally, investment banker DSP Merrill Lynch discovered the fraud as part of its due diligence within 10 days. The cash flow without any income with the company is clearly indicated, or it can be set red flag for the auditor to investigate properly. Even they don't open up the fraud. Missing these signs implies that either the audit was grossly incept or collusion with Mr. Ramalingan Raju and company for coming.
Thank you, Samriti. Now I will talk about the role of Indian government. After Mr. Ramalinga Raju reveals about the accounting fraud, the government is just trying to save Satyam from totally falls down. So, firstly, they appoint new board of director. They were banker, accountant, and lawyer, and then immediately start working towards a solution. The board goal was to sell the company within 100 days. Next, the role of SEBI, the Security Exchange Board of India. So, government give free hand to SEBI and to find whole irregularity in Satyam. SEBI aim is to protect the interest of investor to in security and to promote the development and regulate the security market. So SEBI appoint a retired Supreme Court Justice Bharucha, to oversee the process and to unseal the confidence in the transaction. Now is creation of audit committee. In this, with the help of Institute of Chartered Account of India, constitute audit committee. In last talk, takeover by Tech Mahindra. After this schedule in April 13, 2009, as per the bid, Tech Mahindra acquired Satyam for dollar 1.13 per share, and this was one third of company market value. And then Tech Mahindra renamed Satyam as Mahindra Satyam. In July 2013, Mahindra Satyam merged in Tech Mahindra. Now further, Tanu will continue.
Thank you, Arpita. Good morning, sir. Greetings of the day. Today, Tanu Bansal, is here to present my views on the impact that fraud is creating on the different groups of people and society. My first point is impact on employees. Employees of Satyam faced stressful conditions as salaries were not paid, many projects were cancelled, and many workers were laid off, and it was difficult for them to get another job as their accountability were questioned as they were linked to a company who did a fraud. Then the second point is impact on shareholders. Shareholders lost their valuable investments and trust. They started fearing investing their funds in other companies too, as they have a thought that other companies may also do the same with them, and it is better to keep their funds safe in the bank accounts. Then the third point is impact on the company's share, other companies' shares. Companies whose auditing firm is PricewaterhouseCoopers, their share fall down from 5 to 15%. As investor had a thought that PricewaterhouseCoopers may have not done the correct auditing for these companies too, and they also might be doing manipulations in their account and showing falsifies reports. Then the last point is impact on the census. As Satyam is one of the leading IT company in India and fall down its share value more than 75%, that is from 265.55 to 39.95, affected the Sensex, and it showed a fall of census index more than 5%. As we can see in the graph, as the share price of this uh, Satyam has fallen down, we can see a slight difference in the Sensex. That it has shown the fall of at least minimum 5% and more than it. Then, Kaushik, please go to the slide. Now I'm going to give you the analysis of the whole case, which our teammates had done. The first point is failure of independent auditors. The SEBI has highlighted the role of independent auditors. In the presentation of financial statement, that independent auditors will present the true and fair view of financial figures and take the active part in the audit process and cross-check all the financial statements of the company. But here in this case, the concept is totally failure. Auditors were not able to find any manipulation in the financial statements of the Satyam computers in the tenure of almost 10 years. And the second point is failure of in timely detection of the financial scam. The Security Exchange Board of India is most powerful regulating agency of government of India, which has the full power in investing in any of the financial affairs of the companies regarding the presentation of financial affairs to of the and the insider trading. The price of Satyam computer share were increased continuously, but SEBI was in total failure in detecting the reason of continuous increase of price. As a result, the promoters of company have deliberately made money in crores by misinterpreting the financial figures and they and they thereby increased value of shares and sold their shares at the higher values. Then the third point is failure of the role of CEO. According to the concept of corporate governance, it is the CEO of the company who satisfies the truthfulness and fairness of the financial statements of the company. But here, Mr. Ramalingan Raju has certified the wrong financial statements and for his own greed and purpose. Then the last point is lack of ethics and responsibility. Mr. Ramalingan Raju lack ethics and bridge the gap between what is morally right and what is morally wrong. To satisfy his own greed for money, power, status, he did India's one of the biggest fraud ever. By manipulating financial statements, he lacked his responsibility of presenting true financial statements and working towards the growth in an ethical way. That's all from my side. Now, Aishwarya will continue further.
Thank you, Tanu. Good morning, sir. Greetings of the day.
Good morning.
Now I am going to give continuation about the Satyam Computer Limited. One of the key objectives was to examine and analyze in the depth Computer Limited accounting scandal by portraying the sequential events. After the death of event, the key parties involved major reforms undertaken in India and learn some lesson from it. The first point, greater impact on accounting and auditing. In Satyam computers, they have a need of money, so they manipulate the financial transactions and purchasing the properties on the name of family members, relatives, and friends. And second point, securities laws and CG in emerging market. So in this, they talk about the broad concepts, emerging market and must have strict regulatory the environment and that foreign corporate governance. And in third, government to rewrite CG rules and tighten the norms. In this, the Satyam Computer affiliate PWD, Price, Warehouse, Coopers, routinely changes the audit and procedure. And fourth, the fraud committed by the founder because the ambition, human greed, money, fame, and glory, hunger for power, all kinds of frauds are proven that there is no need of no need of good conduct based on strong ethics. But in the end, truth is slot that there are people violating illegal legal ethics. Social norms are taken as per the process of law, and uh, the fraud for confession by Mr. Ramalinga Raju, as he felt as an integrity as an individual. Thank you and have a nice day. Now I would like to call Samriddhi for the recommendation.
Thank you, Aishwarya. So, recommendation are as follows. Firstly is reconciliation. Reconciliation should done quarterly to ensure that the figure on the bank are accurate or not and to prevent huge potential losses and manipulation. Second one is separation of duties. There should be a segregation of duties. There should be separate roles and job scopes, not able to manipulate the data. Next point is approving authority. Hopefully, there should be approving of authority implemented in system where the documents required the signature of two or more people in order to for the transaction to be approved. This will allow the company. Moving forward to the next point, that is rotation of auditors. Rotation of auditor would be beneficial in helping the company to identify cases that are similar to PwC, trying to conceal consent fraud and to ensure that their auditors are fulfilling or not. And the last one is regulatory government. Lastly, government should implement strict regulation to prevent corruption within management of the company. Serve punishment should also be implemented to force company to compile as to not affect the public interest. So, fall with these recommendations, it will prevent and reduce the occurrence of poor governance, poor corporate governance. That's all from my side and my complete thing. Have a nice day. Thank you.